In the span of a single year, the world has been transformed beyond recognition by the coronavirus. This country, this generation is being put to a test comparable to great challenges of the past.
Have now more than 2,500,000 Americans.
Across the nation, frontline workers have been pushed to the breaking point.
Given the spread we see, anything is possible.
Equipment.
As the fight against the virus rages on, come take a look beyond the mask.
Back in December of 2019, we started to hear reports from international locations, specifically in China, that there was a new pandemic emerging. We weren't surprised by this. From H1N1, Ebola, Hurricane Maria, 9/11, this industry can always count on the fact that another emergency will occur and we will need to help respond to it. In January, we started to see that the scale of this epidemic was going to be something that we had never seen in the world before. And we knew at that point as an industry that more would have to be done than had ever been done before to step up production and to address the supply scarcities that we were seeing.
At 3M, we became aware of this flu becoming a pandemic about the middle of January. So we started ramping up production worldwide, going to 24/7, activating that surge capacity, really focused on delivering every product we could.
The first thing this industry did was to work with the US government because they were asking questions early on about how much personal protective equipment is made, where is it made, how is it made, what is being disrupted, what can we do to address that.
Our next witness is Charles Johnson.
Thank you, Senator Roberts, and thank you, Chairman Grassley.
This trade association is working directly with government leaders who are taking on this global crisis.
There is an incredible body of work that goes into making personal protective equipment and making sure that it does what it's supposed to do. First, as an industry, we have to step up and provide the equipment that is needed. Companies who were previously producing for industrial spaces like MSA Safety, Bullard Manufacturing are now producing to address the COVID need.
In the beginning of this pandemic, the demand was so great for these products. We increased our capacity for face shields by 700%. We more than doubled our capacity for powered air purifying respirators. We actually had 2 residents from Johns Hopkins Hospital up in Baltimore drive all the way down to Kentucky and back in order to get PAPRs to the hospital even faster.
But second, we have to make sure that that equipment stays safe. We have to make sure that it's not fake or counterfeit or fraudulent. And we have to make sure that the end user is educated on how to use the equipment, on what equipment can be used.
By the middle to the end of March, we became aware of situations in which people were being defrauded. So we started to be contacted by people who claimed to have authentic 3M product, and it was no way that was possible that was authentic product. So this is counterfeit product. And then of course there's price gouging, being charged an exorbitantly high price for a product that normally is only about $1, and it's like $5 to $10. So we immediately took action with our legal team, and we've continued to do so.
As critical as this pandemic has been, we still live in a world where processes and approvals take time. And there are layers of clay in government and in industry. And an organization like the ISCA can accelerate that by bringing those parties together.
Because of COVID, there was an unprecedented number of applicants seeking NIOSH approval. So, throughout the response, we've worked with ISCA to strategize on ways to get products into the hands of the users who needed them most. We had to ramp up our operations to decrease our approval times, going from 60 to 90 days for an approval to 7 to 14 days. We also had to increase our output, going from 30 decisions per month to 60 decisions per month. And throughout the response, we continue to work with ISCA, and I see we will continue to do so into the future.
There's still a lot to do. As an industry, we have to help the U.S. respond to the rest of the COVID crisis. This is not over.
Every emergency situation, every event has been different. And so you can't ever really prepare for the next event. You just have to be ready.
At the end of the day, it's about keeping people safe. And that's what we as an industry will continue to do.